Hey, hello, my friends. Hope everybody is well today. Hope you had a great Christmas and happy holidays and are just enjoying your time with your family and friends. Hey, I'm Paul Apolloni. I'm going to show you what I sold on eBay past a week or so. Sales have been okay. Could have been much, much better through the holidays, but I don't really sell specific holiday items. I sell just basically the same stuff I've always been selling, to be honest with you. If I see a holiday item somewhere, I'll grab it, but I don't really focus on holiday stuff. I probably should, but I got so much inventory I need to get rid of it. I'm just focusing on trying to get rid of what I have. And hey, before I forget, please like this video. Love every one of you guys. 943 goes up and down a little bit, but hey, we're getting there, getting closer to that 1,000 magical mark that YouTube loves. And please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget, once you subscribe, hover over that bell icon and click all. Then you will see all the videos that I'm producing. Hopefully more in 2023. All right, back to me. I've been selling on eBay for probably 20 plus years. You guys heard this over and over again if you've been watching my videos, but I like to tell everybody again, the newbies. And I've been teaching, and I run the Raleigh eBay Meetup group. It's been going on 10 years now. Pretty good group. Probably about 10 to 20 every month. Second Thursday of the month at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is a Zoom format meeting, and it will probably continue to be a Zoom format meeting with maybe some impromptu coffee gatherings here and there, maybe an additional one through the month. And I'm feverishly working hard to get more guests in for 2023. That's a challenge in itself, and to get more engaging topics going on too. So a lot of work going on there behind the scenes. I also have a parting out dishwasher course. I'm going to show you some dishwasher parts I sold. That course is really affordable. I go through a step-by-step process on how to part out the dishwasher, what parts to sell, what parts not to sell, how long it should take, what tools you need. It's all step-by-step. Then I'll show you what sites I look at to list the items, how to list on eBay, how to look up solds on eBay. The whole process, you can use the process for parting out of any appliance or whatever you're parting out. It's just a process I'm showing you. And I put a lot of time into it. Well worth it. I haven't thrown it on sale in a while, but if you shoot me a message, I'll give you a good deal on it. It's really good, very thorough, probably 2+ hours of video and me chatting away. I think that's about it about me. So let's get to the items I sold. I'm going to show you about 10 today. I don't want to take a lot of time doing this. I end up spending 20, 30 minutes alone as it is, so I try and keep it to 10. Okay, let me get this. You don't need to see my ugly mug. It's that big. Ugh. All right, first item, a dishwasher part. This is the very, very top rack of a KitchenAid dishwasher. You don't see these too often. You'll have your bottom rack, your top rack, and then there's this rack way on the top. I guess it's for silverware. I have no idea what it is. The picture, obviously, real quick, title is keyword specific. I try not to put any words that are not the keyword specific, except for when I have something with the item where I want the buyer to know there may be something wrong with it or there's something up with it. I don't know why I had please read in there. We'll have to go through this and figure that out together. Oh, that's right. Some minor rust on the end, and I'll show you that picture too. When I sell racks of any kind, whether it's this very top one, which I very rarely ever get a hold of, or racks in general, I try not to sell them with rust on them at all anymore. It's just not worth it with all the disclaimers. Please read. There's rust. People don't read. I've never really had a problem selling something with rust on it. I just prefer not to do it anymore. It's just not worth my time and my sweating it out, waiting for them to get it, if they're happy with it or not. But other than that, I try and use the condition description when I'm selling something used, other than new, when it's available, to get more stuff in front of people's eyes, like they'll see that please read. And I'll show you this down at the bottom. I could click here and show you here, or I'll show you at the bottom too. There you go. It says, please read, make sure there's some minor rust on the end. And I'm sure there's a photo of that. And I always put the disclaimer in, we're not responsible for item not fitting. Funny you should mention, I get this one part returned. This is the second time it's gotten returned. It's a dishwasher pump. It's underneath the dishwasher. I'll show you how to take those out too in the dishwasher course. A little involved in taking them out, but could be worth a lot of money. But in this case, I've gotten a return twice for a buyer mistake, which is great. I love when people are honest. Then they got to pay for shipping. They could easily say not as described or whatever, but they did not. And I don't think I'm going to list this thing again. I think there's a curse on it or something. I have no idea. It's not a cheap part. It's about a $45 part. So every time I sell it, I'm like, yay, I sold it. But so there's certain parts you just got to watch out and check out. And I go over all that in the course. Back to this thing. Sorry about that. I got a little sidetracked. Obviously, all my disclaimers does not fit. And people have been really good. I've had a lot of luck selling parts. I like selling parts. There's a lot of money in selling parts, used parts. Get these items for basically get my dishwashers and everything for free or very, very low cost on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace and other venues. Friends, tell everybody what you're doing. I've got 2 or 3 videos out explaining that. Be amazed what people give you. Back to the just listing again. I think I need more coffee. Item specifics are very, very important. Take some time and put whatever pertains to your item in them. This I get all off of a parts site, all these NPN numbers. Show you that in the course again. Mr. Salesman here. If only put specifics that pertain to your item, if there was sleeve length or some weird thing in there, do not fill it out. Do not put NA. Do not put nothing. Leave it blank. Where this comes into effect is when you're searching on eBay on the left. Yes, on the left of the screen, you'll see all those options. That's where it's pulling this from. So make sure you're filling this in correctly. Take time to fill this in. I say take more time filling these in than creating a listing. People don't read. Keep your descriptions really, really short. Like I do, is basically a copy and paste of what's up here. Some people do read. Most people don't. They just buy on pictures. So watch that. And I'll show you my pictures in a minute since we're down here. My shipping is... I know they do global shipping. What the heck? Oh, they must have changed some things, I guess. Yes, they did change global shipping. They made it all into one with international and everything. It's all different flavors of global shipping. Basically, you're going to... If you want to do international shipping through eBay, you're going to ship it to one of eBay's sites. If I were to ship international, I think this one goes down to Kentucky. Once they get it, they will email you saying, hey, we got your item. As long as you've packed it properly and your item is in the box. They do open it at times, so they open it all the time anymore. You're free and clear once they get it. It can get lost, broken, or stolen, and you get your money back, and the buyer gets their money back. I do pick... Oh, this says standard shipping. Normally it says economy shipping. I don't know what I did there. I usually pick economy shipping. When you look at the item before you buy it, it will say a long span of days before you get it. Like I think it's 5 to 10 or something. Could scare some buyers away. I choose to do that because it gives me every option eBay offers for shipping. Post office, FedEx, and UPS. If I were to pick FedEx, I technically would have to ship it out FedEx. Have I shipped it out another way when I picked a certain carrier? Yes, but you got to be careful with that. If something happens in shipping, eBay may not back you up. They most likely will not back you up. Let's look at the pictures real quick, and I'll show you that. Hopefully I got a picture of the damage, the rust. All pictures are done on my phone, a Samsung Galaxy 21 or 22, whatever. I use a combination of my phone and my computer. I have a Chromebook for listing. I find a sell similar, and I say yes to that, and I upload the pictures from my phone into that, and I go to my computer, and I finish it off that way. I like a bigger screen. It works better for me. I'm old. I do pretty detailed pictures of the wheels and everything, making sure people know where the wheel set is, where the layout of the wheels is. Sometimes there's one on top of each other. Sometimes they're catty corner, just so they know. And where is the picture of the rust? Ah, there it is. One little rust piece right there. Now, could I have sanded that down and gotten some rubberized paint? They do have rubberized paint. You could clean this off and paint it. Yes. But I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to sell it, and it sold pretty quickly. All right, next item. I'm a ham radio operator, amateur radio operator, N3GCA, not very active. And I do go to these things called ham fests. They're basically huge flea markets. Well, sometimes they're not as big as they used to be, with a bunch of guys selling ham radio gear, electronic gear, and sometimes there's other people there trying to sell garage sale stuff, but rarely. I go with no eBay garb on. They don't know what I do. I'm just a normal guy. No eBay hat, no nothing. I used to do that, but people figured out what I was doing, and I stopped doing that. I get my stuff either out of the free pile or very, 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 very cheap. I go after things like reel-to-reel tape players, radios. These old manuals sell pretty well, believe it or not. Tektronix oscilloscope manuals sell incredibly well. Certain ones, I'd say most of them, if you get them for free, just grab them anyway and list them. You'd be surprised. This I got for free, or maybe even $1, probably free. Again, a free item. $32.99 with free shipping with media mail. I made a little bit of money on shipping. Yes, here's the economy shipping right there. Let's see what it says. Well, there you go. That was sold. Yeah, that was like 10 days out. So that's some writing on it. I was very clear with that, saying manual's old, has writing on it. Manual's from like 1965, so it's pretty dang old, almost as old as me. Yeah, these old manuals do have some value. I'm happy with the sale. I know a lot of people don't sell things less than $50, less than $25. If I can list it quick, ship it quick, I'll sell it for $1 or $2 or a couple bucks. Probably a couple bucks. I don't do $1 or $2 anymore. I try not to. But hey, a sale's a sale to me. But yes, manuals do sell. I did my best with taking as many pictures as I can, showing any damage of the manual. Always show your damage. Covers your battissimo if there's a problem. And let me see item specifics on this one. This ought to be interesting. Not too many item specifics. Hardly nothing. Oh, because I got shipping. Hello. Boy, I need more coffee this morning. Here you go. Pretty basic. I put as much I think you can even add your own item specifics in here. Which did I do? I'm trying to think. I probably did. This is a self-similar. I probably didn't. I can't remember. It was a while ago. Let's go to the next item. Well, what I make on this? Probably, I don't know, $30, maybe $29. I made, just guesstimating, just went out FedEx or UPS. It certainly did not go out post office. Post office, you don't do big packages to the post office. It's ungodly expensive. Probably made about $30 on that, $31 on that. Next one. Oh, these tiles. These tiles do sell. If you can run across any new old stock vintage tiles from the 60s and 70s, grab them. They will sell. I do very well with these. These are what they call long tail sales. You will have them in your eBay store or an eBay listing for a long, long time. I got these 2 years ago, if not longer, from my father-in-law. Was a bath and tile guy, bath and kitchen guy up in the Philadelphia area. Kind of ironic. All these go up to the Northeast when I sell them 99% of the time. Actually, a lot of them go right back to Philadelphia. I'm running out of these. I have looked at other places like Habitat for Humanity to restore. Is that it? They're very, very, very pricey. Just tiles in general, they were like, there's no money to be made there. So just keep your eyes out. For old vintage tiles, they do sell. I think this guy bought 9 of these, and I have another set coming up too in the next listing here. So it was like $100 and some odd dollars. This guy paid for tiles. They all went out in a regional A box, which is through the post office. Don't confuse the regional with like a region. It's kind of weirdly set up. I need to do a video on that, explaining the regions, or why is it called a region A and B box. It used to be a C box years ago. Cheapest way to go out, it would be that, probably like $8 or something to ship them all out, because it's like 75 pounds you can fit in the box. So keep your eye out on these. These are pretty good sellers. Like I said, you're going to have them for a while, but they will sell. Pretty detailed pictures of the sizes and everything. I took a close-up of the actual color, the specs and everything. I've only had one set returned, and I think that was recently. The guy didn't know what size it was. The tiles, 4.25. Hang on. 4.25. 4.25. How many times I got it in here? He didn't know the size of the tile was too big for what he needed. Whatever, people make mistakes, but he paid for shipping back to me, so that was good. Made lots of money on this. I probably made $100 on this, if not more, with the tiles this guy bought. Here's more tiles. This was the beige tiles. These have been listed even longer than the pink ones. They don't sell nearly as fast as the pink ones. I think this is the first set I bought. This guy actually bought one to see if it was the right color. He goes, I'll take a chance. I'll buy one. I wouldn't return it if it's not the right color. And he bought one, and then he came back, and I think he bought 9 more. Here we go. He bought 10. So I made over $100 on these, and I got these for free. So keep your eyes out for tiles. I guess it's a bolo. I'm not really big into bolos. I think sometimes it floods the market, and it's a race to the bottom sometimes. And I think sometimes you should keep some of your stuff to yourself. But I don't think we're going to be flooded with vintage bathroom tiles on eBay or any other marketplace. Who knows? Maybe. Next one. A weird toy that I found in a box that someone gave me. A deer that poops candy. Okay, I never opened it up. I never did anything with this. I left it sealed in the in this little box, I guess. I did make a disclaimer in the description somewhere. Is it even in? I put the UPC number. UPC numbers are very, very important. Google Shopping loves, or eBay uploads all their listings to Google Shopping once a day, and they love UPC numbers. Google Shopping also loves white backgrounds. If you can only do one white background, make sure it's your first picture. Everything else does not have to be in a white background. I had a disclaimer here about the candy being old, didn't I? Yes, please read. The candy in the package is old. Please discard it. Do not eat it. My disclaimer, because that candy's from 10 years ago, 12 years ago. I don't even know how long ago it is, but it's here we go. 2000. Yeah, well, the span is from 10 to 19. I got all this information from Googling it. Did not make a lot of money on this. Probably made about $9, $10. It was free. Went first class. I wrapped it in some foam, put it in a poly envelope, and it was gone. This was an old consignment item. Again, I forgot. I do consignment. It's a 50-50 split. I love doing consignment. Gosh, how could I forget about consignment? It's a huge part of my business. I love it. It's not for everybody. Kind of got to be like a therapist when you go into somebody's house. They're dealing with a lot of issues sometimes, loss of a loved one, having to get rid of their mother's house that they've grown up in, all this other stuff. But I love it. I love it. I love it. It's a 50-50 split, like I said. And I just love relationships. I just love working with people. It's not for everybody. I think you spend time no matter what you're selling. Assignment, you're spending a lot of time up front. Garage selling and thrifting, you're spending a lot of time up front. And with other things, it's all time. This is not an easy business like everybody thinks it is. It's everything is time. Sometimes you lose contact with clients. I don't know what happens. A lot of times they call you and they say, you know what? keep everything I've got. I'm kind of past all this. I want to move on. Cool. That's profit in my pocket. Then all the stuff is mine. Sometimes you just lose contact with people. They move on. They change their phone number, their email address. Sometimes they just don't want the stuff. And this is what happened here. I sold several of these for this woman. I don't know whatever happened. I hold the money for a while, but I'll be honest with you, after a while, it's like I'm not going to sit here and hold money. If they do contact me, I'll be glad to give them the money I owe them, but it's just, I just lose contact with people. So I didn't make a lot of money on this. It went out in a regional A box, a flat long box, which was great for like $9 or something. So I made a little bit of money on shipping. I do not refund people on my cost of shipping. People see the cost. I have to spend my time getting bubble wrap and other supplies. Either I buy them or I get them for free, but I'm spending my time in shipping. I make sure it's shipped properly, packed properly. I do not refund. I know some people do, and that's fine. We all run our businesses differently. I really don't do that. And if somebody brings up the cost of shipping, I might work with them. All depends what the profit, what I'm making on the item. But you see the cost right there, and that's it. 50-50 split if I ever find this person. So it didn't make a whole lot of money, but it kind of sold within a week or two. So it was a pretty easy sale, and they were thrilled with it. Oh, it's like new and everything. And it looked like new. I'm not a baker, but so there we go. But this Nordic wear stuff does sell. You're not going to make a lot of money on it. It used to sell really high in the stores, but I think it's kind of fading away with people not cooking out much anymore. What is this one? Oh, this is the interior door of an oven. The front door, you look in the glass. There's three glasses. There's your front glass. There's a middle glass, and then there's a back glass that you'll see in the oven. It gets all dirty and everything. I sold all three of these. I sold the huge front glass to California. Oh, let me show you. I think I even did a video on this. I always keep a little pool doodle. People say I sold one to California. I was getting my fingers crossed till they got it. Never heard back from them. I'm assuming they got it in one piece. And I sold, this is the last one. I sold one of these and then this one here. And how do I ship these? I use pool noodles. And I just did a video on this on my channel. Go back and look at it. But basically, I just cut them to length on the ends, wrap it, slit it, and do that all the way around, taping it. And I even put a piece across here to protect it. And I wrap cardboard around it and tape the living heck out of it and ship it out. Got it for free. I got this oven for free. How did I get this oven for free? Because I connect with realtors and estate people and real estate auction people, and they're constantly calling me saying, do you want this? Do you want that? Come and get this. Come and get that. It's in front of the house. I got a washer. Yes, washer and a dryer from this lady. She knew a realtor that I knew, and the realtor said, call him. He'll come pick up stuff if you want to get rid of it. Sold one component, sold the control board for $85 off of this. All the other glasses, the knobs are gone. Didn't make much money on the knobs, probably about $15. And a bunch of other things I sold off the oven. The washer and dryers do really, really well. Next item, 3 more left and we're almost done. Vintage brass fire hose nozzles. Yes, kind of weird, but long story short, we found these in a house we bought up north back in the mid-'80s. And I put them in boxes, and I put them all over the place in boxes. I was in the attic again the other day, or last month, and I found another one. But this one's in really, really bad shape. It's all like weirded out, like it's got like marks in it and everything. And like, I don't know what the heck all this stuff is. I'm not a brass person. But clearly stated that in the title, please read, and in the description down here. Some black marks on nozzle. These do sell. You're not going to get a whole lot of money for them. $12.99. There's all different styles. There was no markings on this as far as a name. That's why I just left it with no name. If you Google vintage fire hose nozzles, there's tons of them out there. If you look on eBay, there's tons of them out there. Just make sure that you take certain pictures like, well, here, let's just do this. Obviously, a picture of the fire. That's me spinning it around. Okay, the end. The other end where the threads are. The threads, because they want to see how many threads there are, like one, like this. They're going to count the threads. These are all questions I've been asked in the past. That's why I take these pictures. The length, obviously, and the length or the dimensions of the nozzle end and the bottom part there. And that's it. And they should sell. They sell pretty quickly, probably within a week or two, you'll have it sold. And this went in a padded flat rate envelope. Post office, $8.50. I think it was $8.49. Caddy corner. I even wrap it? It's not going to get that much damage. It's a brass fire hose. Probably ship it like that, but I wouldn't. Did pretty good. Made a little bit of money on shipping. Again, it was free. I found it in my house up north, and they do sell. Excuse me. I sell these one by one. Not a whole lot of money. Like I said, I'll sell something for a couple of bucks. But this person bought 4 of them. So I did pretty good. Probably made $27, $26. This times 4. Like I said, they do sell individually. How do I ship these? They go out first class. They go into a little poly envelope. And they ship out at about 1 or 2 ounces, I think. Not a big dollar sale. Probably cost me $3 to ship it. But hey, they do sell. I know exactly where they are in my inventory in a box. I don't have to go look for them. I said I misplace a box, but normally I don't. Gosh, I hate that when you can't find something in your inventory. It doesn't happen often, but it does. But this person bought 4 of them. I used to sell these individually, like one at a time, but then I just locked them all up. Like I say, I've got 4 available. And I think I throw a discount out there if you buy more than, maybe I didn't, I forget, but usually I do. If you buy more than 2, you get a 10% or 20% discount. Again, not a big dollar sale. There are some numbers. I didn't take pictures of the numbers, but let me just real quick. No. Well, I think you vaguely see them here. There are part numbers on these inside of the wheels here that you can pull off. I got the part numbers from the model number of the dishwasher, and that's where I put the part number in. Yes, it took me a little while to create the listing. Was it silly to sell this at this price? Probably. But I just want to get rid of this stuff, so whatever. Last item, another dishwasher part. This was a little more involved to take out. I normally don't. I don't even get this in depth on my course. I had to take the whole door apart. Well, the door comes off anyway, but took me probably about 10 minutes to get these out. But I looked them up on eBay and I saw they were selling, not quickly, but I saw they were selling it. I thought, another 10 minutes, what the heck? Be careful with that mentality. Another 10 minutes turns into another 20 minutes. 20 minutes turns into 40 minutes, and you're spending way too much time parting out stuff. But I knew I was already going to come out a couple $100 on this dishwasher. I only spent probably about less than an hour parting stuff out of it. So I thought, well, what's another 10 minutes? And that's all it took me, if that. Had some rust on it. I was very clear. I'm not impressed with how blue the picture turned out. I think my camera wasn't set up right, or the lighting was weird. That should be white background. But we're being kind of, I'm showing you, does it show you rust? I guess I don't have any pictures of the rust, but there's some rust on there, but it wasn't damaging rust. It was just surface rust. Well, believe it or not, that is going to be it for this video of what I sold on eBay. Check out all the comments below. I know I forgot things again. The consignment side, if you need help with that, I'll be able to give you some training on that. I do have eBay training. I also use a software called List Perfectly to shoot things out to other platforms. I've been kind of lazy with that lately. Actually, for a long while, I need to start getting back into that. I love eBay. eBay's been great for me. I have the hat, the mug, everything. But there's other platforms out there too that we should all be taking advantage of. You don't really want to put all your eggs in one basket. even though I do a lot of times. It's not good advice, but it's kind of what I'm familiar with. But I'm really going to get into doing other platforms starting in 2023. All right, I think that's about it. Sorry for the scatterbrainedness today. Just trying to get my coffee in my system, I guess. All right, my friends, you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you now. Bye-bye.